All right, hi everyone. This is Diane.
And Bruce.
And we're doing a little something different today on the Bruce and Dianne show. We're getting a little serious, sitting down in our living room where we spend a lot of time working, talking about the market. This is going to be a market report, but it's not going to be your run-of-the-mill market report where we throw up a bunch of statistics and it means nothing. We really want to make this market report something that will speak to who we know is currently in the market. So that could be our people who are looking to upsize. They already live in Sharon or a surrounding community and they're looking for a bigger home. Our downsizers, people in luxury homes and others that are ready to leave the market and sell their home. And the third one would be our first-time home buyers who are coming into the market and they've decided they want to live in Sharon.
That's a good starting point. So I was out with buyers this weekend.
Yep.
Seems to be a lot of millennials, let's call them, coming in and talking to me about buying their first home.
Yeah, weren't your clients from, where were they from?
So some of them are coming out of the city, South Boston, JP, Charlestown, maybe Alston and Brighton. I have clients that are due to get married soon, some that have just recently married and they want to buy their first home.
Yep.
So typically in the, I don't know, 350 to 550 range, what's the market look like? What had happened in Sharon in that range?
So that's a great question, and I can actually answer that question because we're very prepared for this. So in the 350 to 550 range here in Sharon, that's really the sweet spot, right? So in 2018, the median price range, the median price was $518,000 and the average price was $530,000. So 350 to 550, and I believe I just added it up actually earlier. Out of the 204 homes that sold in Sharon in 2018, over 100 of those are between 350 and 550. So that's a really great place for your millennials to come and try to find a home in Sharon. Maybe not this month, December, we have only 22 homes on the market right now. So yeah, just that's one thing I wanted to say. But yeah, so 350 to 550 for your millennials coming in is a really great spot. What else are your millennials concerned about?
Well, so interest rates concern them. So tell me a little bit about what's happened this year in interest rates.
So in the first quarter of 2018, we see all the headlines, interest rates are going up. That is true. They have gone up in 2018. The first quarter of 2018, the average interest rate was 4%. And it ticked up in the second quarter and the third quarter. We're now in the fourth quarter of 2018, they were at about 4.75%. So we talked to our lender, Jason, and basically they'll still tick up a little bit, but historically, go ahead. Tell me what was the interest rate when you bought your first house, Bruce? I mean, this is a case in point. I know millennials, as long as let's put it this way, millennials, as long as they've lived their entire life, they have not witnessed interest rates above 5%. Is that crazy?
So let me put it in perspective. So my parents who bought their first house in the 60s had a 5% interest rate.
Okay.
When I bought my first house in the 80s, it was 16%.
Right.
And I thought 5%, I would never, ever see that.
Right.
So we're talking, 60 years?
Yeah.
56, 60 years that this is still low. So it's historical.
Historically low interest rates. It's funny. I think what ends up happening is some of these millennials, they get sticker shock, right? They speak to their best friend who bought last year and they're, bragging over a drink, right? Oh man, yeah, 3.75%, I bought my house. So they're like, oh, panicking. But I think when they start to see historically what has happened and how they are still so low, they'll get over that and they will be in the market. Predictions actually for 2019 are that inventory will be up, and we will have a stronger year of selling in 2019 with more homes sold than not just 2018, but also 2017.
Wow, wasn't 2017 like a very strong market?
Huge, very, very strong market. So that's really great for your clients.
Good.
All right.
That's good to know.
What was the other thing? There was a study done about millennials, which again is in contrast to when we were growing up and getting married. millennials, this study that was done, and I'm trying to remember who did it, but they did the study where millennials, their top 3 priorities: first priority, save for retirement; second priority, buy a house; and third priority, get married. Right? So if you think about that, when we were growing up, it was kind of shifted, right? We got married, we got excited to buy a house, and then we started thinking about retirement.
Right.
And what we realize now is if these millennials buy their house first, that will accomplish number 1, they're saving for retirement, right?
Right, because it's your biggest asset.
It's your biggest asset, and people, right.
Appreciating.
100%. People today that are over 65 years old that have been renting versus people who are over 65 years old who are homeowners, their net worth through the roof compared to those renters. So, that's what you get when you get into home ownership. So it's really, really important. And you should let your millennials know that.
So tell me a little bit about Sharon Market. So I'm curious, kind of like, what was the biggest sale in Sharon this year?
Oh, that's a really good question. That's a fun fact, right? So knowing that the median and average price point in Sharon is in the 500,000s, you will or may be very surprised to know that a house in Sharon in 2018 did sell for $1.7 million.
Oh my goodness, wow.
So that was 164 Beach Street. I can give out the address, it's public record. Waterfront property. Everyone knows who lives in Sharon, or if you don't, that lakefront property is quite coveted, very hard to come by, and the prices reflect it in the sale. So that was pretty amazing.
So tell me more about what's going on in Sharon. So as you come in by Shaw's Plaza now, coming off of exit 8, the cinema is gone. Unfortunately, there's a sign that says, sorry, we closed, but I hear rumors that something may be happening there.
Yep, so there is a new development there at Shaw's Plaza. They transferred ownership. There's a new owner of the entire development. A developer came in, and so here are the facts and some murmurings that are going on. There's going to be a health club coming in to Shaw's Plaza. I won't say the name of the...
I could use one.
Me too. Can't we all, honey?
Okay, good.
Can't we all, right? Yeah. We're not fighting today on this episode. So a really nice health club is going in. I don't know if I'm allowed to give out the name of it. Am I? I don't know. But anyways, there is one in the area, and it is more of a high-end, I think, health club. So that'll be nice. And the other thing, which you will be very interested to know, since he's not a Starbucks guy, the Dunkin' Donuts that's currently in Shaw's Plaza, I think they're going to be putting in a drive-through. So they'd be moving out onto a pad and putting in a drive-through.
Oh, wow. But I go to Cumberland Farms every morning. Okay, so
but our daughters like donuts with sprinkles, so that's good for them and us to not get out of the car.
I also see a lot of going on at what's now Sharon Gallery. There's movement. There's road,
Sharon. So Sharon,
what do we know about it?
All Sharon Gallery's in the works. One of the anchor tenants going in there is Market Basket, which I know people are probably wondering, oh my God, traffic, and I do know that right now the road plan is being approved. The final there'll be lights going on, and there'll be the street lights, and the whole road development plan is happening right now and in the approval process. Other than that, I'm not sure about the other tenants that are going in right now.
But we have an anchor tenant.
Market Basket.
Oh, I missed it.
You missed that. Weren't you paying attention? Where were you?
Rachel was bugging me. Okay, and so my last question for you. So that's a good overview of kind of what's going on. What's market like right now? Is there anything we can talk about that reflects kind of the December, January timeframe?
Yeah, I mean, let's put it this way. I think 2019, we're going to have a very strong market. Sharon continues to appreciate. The predictions from top 100 amazing economists from around the country is that homes will be appreciating. Throughout 2019, we will see appreciation around 4.6% is the prediction. In Sharon, from this year to last year, we saw about 3.5% appreciation, which is the national average. So I honestly regardless of what's going on in the country, the Northeast is super strong. The community of Sharon is really strong. The Boston and the biotech and everything that's going on within Boston, urban, and the city is really, I think, what's driving and keeping our market really strong here. Not to mention our schools and our, everything that Sharon has going on.
Well,
but that's what's happening
and
here.
as we've seen in the last couple of weeks, we recently sold a house that had 30 sets of buyers come through at the first open house.
I mean, right. So it's funny, when we went on listing appointments back in, October, a lot of people are like, well, let's put our home on the market in the spring. And did I already say this? I don't know. But we had, I think, 20 homes sold. I had that number here somewhere. 19 homes sold in the month of December.
So 10% of the entire year.
Right. 204 homes sold the whole year in Sharon. That was a high-end luxury property with, what did you say? We had like 30 sets of buyers come through the first open house. What does that tell you? Lots of buyers around. And that house is currently under agreement. We had another house which was under $400,000. That house had multiple offers. I mean, so again, very strong market in this area. I don't see any signs of slowdown. I think prices are going to continue going up. We're not going to see this dramatic increase. There were a few blips last year where prices went crazy over asking. I think it's going to slow down a little bit with regard to that, but overall, it's a great time. It's the market is strong. The economy, and here's the thing, when people do talk about and the headlines say, "Oh, the market is shifting," let's remember something. And I was an economics major in college, even though I know you did know that. Economies don't stay strong forever, right? We're in an amazing economy right now, but it doesn't last forever. It's going to start moving, right? It's not going to crash, but it is going to start moving a little bit. That's just the way it works. That's the ebb and flow of supply and demand and the economic marketplace. So,
great.
What else? Did we cover everything?
I think we covered everything, so that was good.
Anything
Thank you very
else?
much.
Anything else anyone wants to know? You can comment below. We can address it on our next market report. We'll be doing these once a month. And we thank you for watching, and we'll talk soon.
Bye now.